I give you fair warning. This is going to be a hella long video with a lot of emotions. I just woke up. Like you can see, I just woke up and I decided I'm filling up with emotions. I need to talk. I need to get this out of me. I'm a bad person. Really, 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 I am. I'm a user. I've been using this guy that I've been living with. This is the first time I have left my parents' house. The first time. And let me start at the beginning so you can understand where I'm going with this. Jake's died the 24th. This guy met me when he came to fetch Jake's jacket from my house. And he wanted my number. Remember, me and Jake's were never romantic. Never, ever, ever. We weren't romantic yet. We were best friends, partners in crime. We were unstoppable together, but we weren't romantic. Romance you can find anywhere. You can find it anywhere. Our connection you can't find anywhere. Trust me, I've tried. We finished each other's sentences. We we were naughty together like children, and it was just epic. Okay. Then Jake's died. I went off the rails. I didn't get out of bed. I didn't bath. I didn't brush my teeth. My brother, bless his soul, was so good to me, like always. But during that time, he was the best. He was there for me. He was my support system. He still is. Truly, I love him to bits. But now, this guy decided, I told him after Jake's death, just leave me alone. Please. I don't want to see you. Okay? I need to be alone. And he gave me 2 weeks. Then he said, I'm coming to your house. Now I'm in immense grief. I grieve, trust me. That time I cried more than I cried ever, I think. Except for when like my grand died. That was also a shock. My granddad, I've had these, okay? But this grief was, they were old. I expected it. It hurt me. I missed him to this day. But I expected him to die. Jake's was suicide. It was death by his own hand. And there's a lot of emotion to that. I'm sounding like I'm going to cry. I'm not going to cry. I have sinus. Okay. So I told him, just leave me alone. He says, no, I'm coming to you now. I said, no. He says, I'm coming to you now. I said, no. He says, I insist I'm coming to you now. Okay, stops there. My mom thinks this person is gonna fix me. I am looking to be fixed. Okay, I just need to get rid of this pain, this loneliness, because Jake's called me. We saw each other every day for a long, long time. And he called me every night at 7 and at 12. And when he died, it was just silence. It was this immense silence. And it was terrible. I had no one, except for my family, of course. But he was gone. Okay. So I decided, okay, let me give this guy a shot. Even if it's just friends. And we went out for the first time on the 8th of February. I was on autopilot. Truly, I was on autopilot. Our first date, I started crying uncontrollably because we went to a barbecue braai, whatever, and the guy said something about hanging, and I lost it. I totally lost it. I wasn't ready for that. And we talked the whole night through, of course. Now, looking back, I realized he talked the most. I told him about some health issues I have, and he told me, and we talked the whole night through. I only got home like 9 o'clock that following morning. My mom was vivid. She was angry. But anyhow, okay, all's good. So we visited. He took leave for 2 weeks. We visited over there. And he had this doggy, Frankie. The dog had to sleep on the balcony. One day I came here and the dog was like frizzed up because he got wet on the balcony. And he couldn't come inside because he was too lazy to clean up after the dog. Being a male dog, he lifts his leg. What the hell? You clean it. It's not like he has like material furniture or anything. I clean up after them. I don't care. They're not going to stay outside on the balcony. I love my babies. And Frankie is now one of my babies. So, by the 8th of March, he had me moving in here. I shouldn't have. They say after a grief, like immense grief, you should wait a year before making decisions. But he was quite persistent. He wouldn't leave it alone. This is the first time leaving my mom's house. But I also needed to change. They were all very hectic. Like pushing on me to get better and better and better. And I just needed to grieve. That's all I needed to do is I needed to get through it on my own. So now I move in here. I don't have a job. He knew this. My mom told him, she doesn't have a job. She can't contribute to the household. He says, no, it's okay. She says, she has health issues. No, it's okay. She has a lot of debt. A lot of debt. No, it's okay. He agrees to all of this. Okay, it's fine. I'll help her, he says. I had some part-time work. I do social media marketing, so I got some income, but not enough to cover my bills. At the beginning, it was good. I can't say it was amazing. My brother looked at me the day I moved and he said, "You're not happy?" And I said, "I'm not a teenager anymore. I'm not going to jump around." And how stupid could you be? I wasn't happy. And I see that now. But yet, let's not make excuses for myself now. So, in the beginning, I was like the maid. Cooking, cleaning, laundry. And, it was all good. I experimented with recipes. I did it all. And he would come home. He would go sit in front of the television and play games or watch a movie or lay in bed with his damn cell phone the whole time. We weren't going out. Okay, the funds, I understand. The money, I understand. It was tight. Then the talking started. He can only talk about himself. And I realized this guy, when I talk, he's not listening. Because I would stop in the middle of a story at a crucial point and I would stay quiet. And he wouldn't ask me, and then, or, he wasn't listening to me. Nothing. And I started retracting myself. He got a promotion one day, and I decided it wasn't a pay increase. I decided I'm going to take a credit card, my own credit card. I'm going to walk to the shops. I bought him 2 helium balloons, a bottle of cheap champagne, but champagne nonetheless. I put it up, and I waited for him to come home like, yeah, he's going to be so surprised. He comes in the door, he's like, "Oh, I don't drink champagne, it gives me a headache." I'm like, and screw you. That hurt. Screw you. For his birthday, I organized a party that cost me almost 2,000 Rand, noting I do not have a job. 2,000 rand. I bought him presents. Okay, let's say the 2,000 rand is including the presents. Let's make it 2,200 rand, including the presents. A customized cap, a customized Zippo lighter. I went all out. You know what I got for my birthday? Zilch. Nothing. Okay, he bought me an engagement ring. Oh, I don't know when this was. It was May. We got engaged June. How stupid can one be? But anyway, I thought things will still come right. This guy, I just need to give him a shot. He's tired from work. I need to give him time. He bought me a 5,000 rand engagement ring. When I started working, one of the stones started loosening, and I decided before I lose the diamond, let me take it off, let him go and fix it. It's been 3 months now. I'm still without an engagement ring. Okay. Now, during all this, he has said things to me. I have been struggling. I've been gaining weight since Jake's death. I was thin when he died, and the grief just slammed me so much. I just lost it all. I lost it all. I was also blonde when Jake's died. I don't want to be blonde anymore. I'm a brunette. I want to be a brunette. And I told him, upon that day that he said, I'm coming to your house, I told him I messed up my hair. I'm actually a brunette. And he told me, no, I like it. It's like, okay, so he likes my mess. You know, he's trying to be a gentleman. Unknowing the things he would say to me. Upon his mother's and father's first coming to Bloemfontein, I was sitting here at my desk in front of my laptop, eating my dinner. This was before I started working. And he goes like, what does a hair appointment cost? I'm like, hell, I don't know. What now? What will it cost to make your hair blonde again? And I just lost it. At that time, I lost it because I'm not a blonde. Stop trying to make me it. I told him I don't want to be blonde anymore. I want to be me. I told him, you know what? You want a blonde? Go and get a blonde. Go. One night, we were laying in bed. Nothing funny. It's just holding me. He goes like, why aren't you as thin as you were when you were younger? Because he saw photos of me very younger. I'm liking because I'm old and I'm hungry. He goes like, I'm going to send you to some other boot camp. He's a tiny little man. I have never told him he's a tiny little man. Okay. These things, they hurt. When I made him dinner, he would often have this comments. Is this dinner now? Or this is actually pudding. It's not, it's dessert. It's not food. These are the things that broke me. These are the things that made me the person I am today. Now you're asking me, why am I a bad person? Why is that the title of this video? Why did I start the video? Because I'm a user. After all this, I'm still here. I have a job now, but I need to pay my debt, which is still an enormous little amount. And I have nowhere else to go. He took me out of my family's home. My little nephew took my room. I have 3 dogs now. I'm not leaving this dog here. And yes, I'm staying still for free. I can't contribute to the rent because I don't have enough money. I'm working like 2 jobs. I still do the marketing. I still do my day job. I'm so tired. So I am a user. I'm truly using this guy. And he tells me things like, I love you. And I can't answer him because I don't think I even like him anymore. And I'm lying each and every day. And he has asked me before, is something wrong? And I just go, no, nothing's wrong, just leave it. And then I come home tired I'm on my feet most of the day. I'm exhausted when I get here. Then I still have to work. And I would go lay on that bed and he would start with his nonsense. And I'm like, I'm tired. Okay, I'm tired. But I'm not. He would tell me, I'm not. I'm like, I'm not in the mood, please. I'm not. It's been months. This is now personal information. It's been months. Because I told him I'm gonna donor you. Now donor you means I'm gonna physically hit him. Yes, I have warned him that I'm gonna go violent on his ass because otherwise once it did happen that he decided it's now time and it was time and I was like, okay, you jackass, you're forcing me. Won't happen again. That did happen. But it's good, it's cool. No scars there. It did happen. And I was like, that's never gonna happen again. I promise you, I will smack him. Why have I stayed this long? My baby, Frankie. I'm not gonna leave this dog here. He's now my baby. I take care of him. I give him food. I buy their food. Mom and dad provides their wet food. They get dry food and wet food. So I've been providing for him. I've been cleaning after him. And I will not leave him here. But I know it's going to be a hell of a fight when that happens. I need to save money to build my home. Not my home, my place at my mother's place. I want to build it there. I just want to go back home. That's all I want in this life is I want to go back home. But I can't at this moment. Then there's the guilt of leaving him here alone. I actually do have that. I feel guilty for leaving him here alone. I don't want to do that to him. But each day is such a freaking struggle with this man. He has this complex, this godlike complex. He's the best at what he does. He says his nickname, which it never was. I know because the people at work don't like him. His nickname is Rambo and SWAT. Even when he asks me about my day, it's like, how's your day? I'm like, at the beginning, I was like, yeah, it was fine. And then it would start with his day, and it's the end of my day. There's nothing. No reply. I could tell him something now. One night, I stopped him and I said, what did I just say? Just tell me, what did I just say? I'm sorry, there's a hair here. And he goes like, I say, you don't have a clue because you're not listening to me. You're thinking about your story that you want to tell, thinking to yourself, woman, just stop talking, I want to talk. Because you love the sound of your own voice. Now, everybody is judging me, saying I'm so nasty with this guy. But I'm liking somebody needs to just lower him a bit because he's way up there. Somebody just needs to tell him, you're not a superhero. You're a human being. Act like it. Sinus is killing me. Truly, it's killing me. So yes, I'm a bad person. I'm not a good person. I truly am not a good person. But there's things like this first things I about a month ago I realized the first night even when we talked the whole night through, he did not listen to me. I told him things about my health and it started acting up again in the last month now. And he goes like, what? And with a face of disgust. And I said, but I told you these things. It has to do with my stomach. So, okay, it's not like I have diseases or something. It's with the IBS. But it's not nice. You can Google IBS and you can see all the symptoms you get. You can see all the things that can happen when you have IBS and you realize it's disgusting, okay? You feel disgusting, especially as a woman. You feel disgusting because these things happen. And here he goes, and I tell him this the first freaking night we go on a date. After I had a mental breakdown, I tell him these things with just to tell him, this is what you're getting into. And he doesn't listen to me, and he goes like, with this face of total disgust, he goes like, what? And I go like, I told you this. I just had to get some of this out of me. And I had to get out that I'm not such a good person. I'm not such a good soul. I've been using this person okay, I don't eat here anymore, so he doesn't buy food anymore, but he does like buy me these things. And I feel so guilty. I am losing my freaking mind. Because how can you love somebody when you don't even like them? I don't know. I'm losing it. I am truly losing it. Then this week was like grief-stricken stuff. It was the loneliest week. I have my mom and my dad, and this is the other video I have where the guilt you have, because you feel guilty for feeling so sad that this person is gone, because the other people are still here and they think they mean nothing to you, but they do, but they can't fill that person's space. They can't do that. Even though they've been in your life your whole life. I mean, I love my brother, but he's my brother. I love him with my whole heart, but he's my brother. I love my mother. She's my best friend and my mother in one. And I love her to bits, but she's my mother. I love my father. I love my dad. He's like a person on his own. I love him. I would not, if I would lose one of them, I think I would go off the rails. I would probably become an alcoholic, maybe even a druggie. I don't know. I think I would totally lose my mind. I know with my mom I'm going, might as well book my coffin with hers. I'm telling you this now, it's true. But I know I'm going off the rails when that happens. I know this. When I lose her, it's over for me. And but Jake's was my soulmate. We clicked, and remember, I'm old. I'm now 31 years old. I have never, ever, ever in my life had that connection with anybody. Never. We would look at each other and we would finish each other's sentences. We had adventures. We didn't sleep together. There was nothing physical. There was nothing romantic, but we were like this. I remember when this guy asked Jakes my number. We were having a blast with this, me, Jakes, and him, because me and Jakes were texting. He was with Jakes, and they were talking, and we talked the whole night through, me and Jakes and this guy. And the last Saturday that I saw Jakes, we had agreed that we're all gonna bride together at the end of that month. And Jake just said, we're not going for a bride with this guy. I'm like, what? Why? And he's like, I don't like him. I'm like, okay, where are we going? He says, I'm taking you to Beef and Reef. I'm like, in Beef and Reef? That sounds like a bargain. Let's go, Before the end of the month, he ended his life. He never told me why he didn't like this person. He just left me. Now I'm starting to cry. Great. A crying video on the internet. He just left me. And this is the end of this video, guys. See you next time. Bye.